Hello. So I have noticed that you might need a little bit of help working on your technique test. And so I want to just give you some advice about how I would approach this test if I were you. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I don't know how to split my screen. And so I'm just going to paste all of the techniques into this document and almost use it like a checklist. So if I were to write this test, I would just do them piece by piece. So the first technique that I need to use is alliteration. And so I know I want to repeat beginning consonant sounds. I think that what I'm going to write about today, just because it's been raining a lot lately, I'll write about rain in the summertime. So if I'm just going to kind of toss around words right now. So maybe I'll start with, it might sound stupid or not very smart right now, but maybe I'll start with the rain. Now I know I need alliteration, right? So the rain rumbles outside my window. Now, is that true? No. But when I say that, do you understand what I mean? Rain rumbles, it kind of combines that thunder sound with the rain. And I'm using that alliteration. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to show me where and how you use each of these techniques. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight my R's right here, yellow. So highlight my R, highlight my R. Now you only have to use each one of these techniques once. So now I'm going to highlight rain rumbles. I'm going to use the comment. Either I can click here for comment or I can click here. And then I'm going to write alliteration. Okay. Make sure you click the comment button then, otherwise it's going to disappear. All right. So since I used that one, I'm just going to delete it. Okay. So I did that one. The rain rumbles outside the window. Now I need to use assonants. When I'm trying to use assonants in poetry, I usually play off the last sound that I've used. So the rain rumbles outside the window. So maybe I'll use that long O sound in window. The rain rumbles outside the window, holding me. I was going to say holding me hostage, but I feel like that's kind of a cliche. But it still does show assonants, but we're going to try to not do that. So the rain rumbles outside the window, holding the sun hostage. So that's a little bit different. Holding the sun hostage. So now I'm going to highlight this O. I'm going to use a different color than what I used before. I'm going to highlight this long O and make that same orange. And then I'm going to capture both of them in one comment, window, holding. Hear those long O's. I'm going to go ahead and click that comment button again. I want a new comment, and I'm going to name that assonants. Okay, so 2 down, right? 16 to go. So I'm going to get rid of that assonants. The rain rumbles outside the window, holding the sun hostage. Actually, for the rain to hold the sun hostage is personification. So technically, I already did that. So I could highlight all of this now, and I could click on that comment key again. I'm going to go ahead and write personification. If I want, I can explain it. The sun is holding, or the rain is holding the sun hostage. Okay, so I already did that one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lose that. And I'm going to delete this personification. So now my next one that I want to use is consonants. That repeated consonant sound. The rain rumbles outside the window, holding the sun hostage. Rain rumbles. Notice how I keep reading. It's because I'm listening for sound. I'm trying to stay with my meaning, stay consistent with the theme, but also play with language. The rain rumbles outside the window, holding the sun hostage. So, I would probably try to play on a sound that I've been using here in the end. So maybe either the S from sun, the N from sun, the H sound, T, here's another S, hostage. So actually sun, hostage, this is consonants, guys. So I can go ahead and I can highlight this S right here and make it a light blue, and I can highlight this S right here. Oh, it didn't show up light blue though, I think because it's highlighted for that other comment. So now this actually is consonant. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to label that consonants. Remember how I said that a skilled writer will be able to use a lot of these techniques in a really short amount of words? The more concise you are, the better writer you are. So this is consonants, right? I repeated the S sound, this sound. But just to show you I can do a little more, I'll try. The rain rumbles outside the window, holding the sun hostage, whispering, maybe whispering. The rain rumbles outside the window, holding the sun hostage, whispering. About days gone. So I'm just still playing on that S sound. The rain rumbles outside the window, holding the sun hostage, whispering about days gone by, never to return. So now it seems like what I'm writing about is I'm writing about how in the summer when you get rain, it feels like it's like wasting time that you can never get back. So I had sun, hostage, whispering. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight that one light blue as well. Okay, so now I use my consonants. So what am I going to do next? I need to use a simile. The rain rumbles outside the window, holding the sun hostage, whispering about days gone by, never to return. Notice these gone, never return. Again, I'm always playing with sound. So if you want to be a really good writer, you're not going to only do this once in your piece. You're going to try to have it happen throughout, but you don't need to identify every time you use it. Just once is good enough. Now a simile. The rain rumbles outside the window, holding the sun hostage, whispering about days gone by, like a back stabbing teenager. So now I've compared the rain and the way that it's making me feel to a backstabbing teenager. So now I'm going to highlight all of that. I'm going to go to my comment. I'm going to call that my simile. Rain is the rain. The rain's betrayal, right? Feels like a backstabbing teenager. Okay. So we use simile. Let's try to find a metaphor. So the rain rumbles outside the window, holding the sun hostage, whispering about days gone by, like a backstabbing teenager. Reminding me my time is, okay, let's use a metaphor here. Reminding me these days are, these hours too will evaporate, right? So here I'm using, so I'm comparing, right? how rain evaporates to how time can feel like it evaporates. So I'm using this metaphorically. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to use my comment key. This is a metaphor, right? The rain, right now I'm going to go to the beginning and figure out what I was writing about again. The rain rumbles outside the window, holding the sun hostage, whispering about days gone by like a backstabbing teenager, reminding me, how about that? These hours too will evaporate. I feel like I just want to continue with my metaphor now. No lingering condensation upon the glass. So like how time will just be gone and you'll forget that it even passed. So let's see though. So see, now I'm getting caught up in my piece and I'm supposed to be using techniques. So I'm going to try to go back to my techniques here. So next I need to use smell. The rain rumbles outside the window, holding the sun hostage, whispering about days gone by like a backstabbing teenager. Maybe I need to say, whispering about days gone by like a backstabbing teenager. It's smell. So now if I were you guys, I can't really think of a smell word right now. I might use Google, good old Google, right? So right now I'm going to Google. I might not be able to you might not be able to see this because I don't know if I'm letting you see my this other browser window. But I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to Google sensory detail smell words to see if I can find something to help me. Acrid, foul smelling, fragrant, moldy. I don't like any of those. I'm going to click on the whole word list though. I'm going to look for some more smell words. Rancid, reeking, spicy, sweet, waft, whiff. I don't like any of those either. Musty is kind of interesting. I'm going to look for a different word list. So let's see what else I can find for. Let's see. So smell. Pungent, rancid, flowery. Okay. Floral. Musky, rank, smoky, sweaty. Okay, let's see. What can I do here? So I'm going to go back to my document here. I'm going to try to work a smell word in. I don't know where my piece is. It'll come just a minute. Oh no, did I lose it? All right, so I'm going to find my piece again, I guess. Since I lost it, sorry for this little interruption here. I don't really know what's happening. And now I'm like stuck on Walt Whitman for some weird reason. So sorry for that little intermission. Hopefully I'll be able to cut it out later. Otherwise you're going to have to listen to my bumbling. So I need to add in a smell word. So I could say the flowery rain rumbles up. How about the pungent? Pungent. I got the sound, pungent rumbles. Pungent rain rumbles outside the window. I actually like musky or even smoky. It doesn't really make sense, but I like what it's doing. I'm going to use musky. So I'm going to highlight that musky. I'm going to go to my comments. I'm going to go ahead and say smell, sensory detail. Okay, now I need sound. I think I used sound already. I have whispering and I have rumbles. So I'm just going to highlight rumbles. I'm going to call that my sound sensory detail. I need sight. I'm going to use lingering condensation upon the glass for my sight. It creates this image for the reader, right? We can see condensation upon the glass. Sight, sensory detail. No lingering condensation. No lingering condensation upon the glass. I'm even going to add to this a little bit. Blurring a vision of what is to come. Okay, so no sight. Taste is a really hard one, guys. You might end up actually using synesthesia, where you combine two senses and using taste. The musky rain rumbles outside the window, holding the sun hostage. Whispering about days gone by, like a backstabbing teenager. It's salty. Oops. It's salty attitude reminds me, right? Reminds me. So now I use salty. So I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to go ahead and make salty my taste sensory detail. I need touch. The musky rain rumbles outside the window, holding the sun hostage. Let's go with touch here. Holding the sun hostage in rough, chapped hands. Okay. It whispers. See, I'm having to fix my grammar because I'm changing things. It whispers about days gone by like a backstabbing teenager. The musky rain rumbles outside the window, holding the sun hostage in rough, chapped hands. Comma, while whispering about days gone by. Like a backstabbing teenager, its salty attitude reminds me that these hours too will evaporate. No lingering condensation upon the glass. Always blurring our vision of what is to come. Okay, so now I have touch, right? I have those rough, chapped hands. So I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to add in my touch here. Parallelism, Magic 3, Imagery, Specific, Skillful Repetition, Strong Verbs, and Sentence Variation. So parallelism. The musky rain rumbles outside the window, holding the sun hostage in rough, chapped hands, while whispering about days gone by. Like a backstabbing teenager, its salty attitude reminds me that these hours, too, will evaporate. Maybe I'll add it here. Will evaporate. These hours, too, will evaporate. Will vanish. Will disappear. So this is parallelism, my friends. So I use will evaporate, will vanish, will disappear, right? Same structure here. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to call this parallelism. Trying to repeat the structure. No lingering condensation upon the glass, always blurring our vision of what is to come. Now I could try parallelism here again too, right? Of what is to come, of what is to come, of what has been. Okay, always blurring our vision of what is to come, of what has been, of what will never be. So this is also an example of parallelism. I'm repeating that same structure here. So I could also call this parallelism. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete parallelism. Now I need to use magic 3. So actually what I could do is I could call this magic 3 because I'm doing 3 of these in a row. This is actually magic 3, right? We have 3 verbs used here. But I'll see if I can come up with another example for you. The musky rain rumbles, grumbles, and falls outside the window. So this is magic 3. We have the same verb, right? The musky rain rumbles, the musky rain grumbles, the musky rain falls. So I can go ahead, I can call this my magic 3 verb. I'm gonna use that comment function. Magic 3. Now I need imagery, so I need to create pictures with words. Have I done that yet? I'm not so sure. I'm going to try to add in some more sight imagery. The musky rain rumbles, grumbles, and falls outside the window. Drops colliding like pins. Drops colliding in the sky like rolling, like I want to say like bowling pins, but that sounds really stupid right now. But drops colliding in the sky like tiny fireworks, like tiny firework smatterings. I don't know. This is getting a little weird, right? But I'm trying to create more imagery here about what it looked like when the rain fell. The musky rain rumbles, grumbles, and falls outside the window. Drops colliding in the sky. Oh, I kind of want to say like drunken college students. I don't know how appropriate that is, but I might need to make some changes later, but this is definitely an interesting image, right? So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to call that my imagery. Okay, I need to name something here. The musky rain rumbles, grumbles, and falls outside the window, drops colliding in the sky like drunken college students holding the sun hostage in rough, chapped hands while whispering about days gone by. Like a backstabbing teenager, its salty attitude reminds me that these hours too will evaporate, will vanish, will disappear. No lingering condensation upon the glass, always blurring our vision of what is to come, of what has been, of what will never be. Okay, so I need to name something here. I did not see an easy spot for me to just go back into my poem to do this. Maybe I'll name a cloud. What clouds make rain, Gracie?
Rain clouds.
No, but what kind? Not cumulus.
Cumulonimbus.
What are they?
Cumulonimbus.
Cumulonimbus?
Yeah.
How do I spell that?
Are you showing a video?
Yes. Column. I don't know how to spell that. Look it up for me, Grace. So maybe I'm going to name the kind of cloud, which I don't know how to spell right now. So I'm going to wait for my daughter to look that up. But maybe I'll work the name of a cloud in here. Let's see, or I could do something like, I don't like what this is going to do to my poem right now, but no Gucci sunglasses will change this tainted will change this shadowed future. Okay, cumulonimbus. I'll just put that in the bottom. Let's see, Grace. Cumulonimbus. Okay, so maybe I could try to work that into my poem. I don't know. It might be too clunky. Otherwise, I just named a kind of sunglasses. I don't know if I like what it did to my poem necessarily, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call that a specific. It's a kind of sunglasses, right? I still need skillful repetition, strong verb, and sentence variation. The musky rain rumbles, grumbles, and falls outside the window, drops colliding in the sky like drunken college students. I feel like I need to have a period here. Gracie, I can't hear that right now. It holds the sun hostage in rough, chapped hands, while whispering about days gone by like a backstabbing teenager. Its salty attitude reminding me that these hours, too, will evaporate, will vanish, will disappear. No lingering condensation upon the glass, always blurring our vision of what is to come, of what has been, and what will never be. So here, right, I have this really long sentence. I have another really long sentence right here, another long one. So I need a short one. So this no Gucci sunglasses will change the shadowed future is actually a nice contrast against this really long sentence. It holds the sun hostage in rough, chapped hands, always whispering about days gone by. Actually, this would be a semicolon. Its salty attitude reminding me that these hours too will evaporate, will vanish, will disappear. Okay, no lingering condensation upon the glass. Always blurring our vision of what is to come, what has been. Okay, so long sentence, short sentence, lots of variation in here. All right, so I have the sentence variation. Strong verb. Rumbles, grumbles, and falls. These are all strong verbs. If it's not a passive verb, it's strong, right? Then skillful repetition. No lingering condensation upon the glass. Always blurring our vision. Always. Always. I don't know. So I guess I still need skillful repetition in here. A strong verb. But I feel like I did enough here for you to kind of get the feel of it. You know, I have a few things left to add, but I have one piece here, right, where I'm using a lot of different techniques. I hope that this was helpful for you.